Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody. Python, what's going on? Sully, NHL fan, what's up? Jared, how you doing? Jacob, Nisa, what's going on? What's up, what's up? Happy Artemi Panarin Day. Oh, man, what a day. What a day. It's Canada Day and Artemi Panarin Day. It's so weird today. Today's a weird day because I'm usually covering free agency. It's very weird. Me and Matt were talking about it today. It's peculiar that neither of us are bugging out of free agency. You know, it's different. It's different. Beast of Johnny, what's going on? Yeah, it's weird. It's usually like a day where Matt and I are just talking, about hockey. We usually spend the day together. Today we weren't able to do it, obviously, because there's no free agency, which sucks. What are you gonna do? Python, thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. Breadman, Isles fans punch in the air. Wait, never mind, Pellick. Oh baby, oh baby. Yeah, we're still in the middle of the season. It's no free agency. It is what it is. It is what it is, but it's all good. The Breadman. What's up, Jared? Joystick, what's going on? I'm back. I'm very hyped for baseball. I'm very hyped for sports to start in general. What's up, Johnny? Flow looking good? Yeah, you guys like it? Yeah? I've been growing it out since October. It's actually crazy. It's the longest my hair's ever been. Probably the longest my hair will ever be. I don't know when I'm going to get a cut. I think I'm going to try to trim the sides soon. But I'm looking sharp. It is still the 1920 season. Yes, it is. Canada Day. Also, Johnny Toronto leaving day. Yeah, if you think, if you want to bury the Isles fans a little more, I guess you could say that. Jared, are you excited for baseball coming back? I'm very excited for baseball to come back. I'm happy those guys were able to reach an agreement. That's the craziest thing that could have happened, the way they were debating. I did not expect it to really go that way. Especially that they have to start the season. They weren't a sport like baseball and hockey their season was cut in the middle. So I'm happy they reached an agreement. I think it's smart. 60 games. Let's do it. Coon, happy Artemi Panarin Day to you. Hey, what's up, Swag? It's been a while. Yeah. Are you doing the reactions for the qualifying round for the Rangers? Joystick? Of course I will be doing it. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing as much baseball as I can. I'm very excited for hockey to come back. We're going to be building up. This month of July is going to be a very big day. In a couple days, I have a new video coming out. It's the Rangers, their whole season recap, the regular season. I have a lot of notes written down already. I can even go over with you guys now a little bit. But I'm very excited for that video. I'm going to film that by the end of this week. Should be out early next week. It's going to be fun. And I'm gonna try to edit as much as I can on that. I want to try to make that a very good video for our first video back. Maybe Matt will come in for a couple videos once hockey starts getting closer to approaching. It is what it is. Jared, I miss sports so much. Ever since the NBA got suspended, I've been miserable. Who signed with the Rangers today? If the season, I have no idea. Honestly, you have no idea what they were going to do with D'Angelo, Strome, Foss, all the free agents. I don't know, Python. It's hard to even guess who the Rangers could have gotten or what they could have done. Jacob, my hair is the longest it's ever been as well. Quarantine hair, absolutely. Toronto can celebrate their losses to the Zambroni driver for Canada Day. Also, DP signing the contract that pays him until 2029 Day. My reaction to the draft lottery. It's not the worst thing if you don't get the first overall pick. In my opinion, if you're a lottery team, you're going to get a good player. It's the best. If you get 4th overall, Detroit got, I think Detroit was 4th overall. 4th overall, you're going to get the 4th best player in the draft. Whoever's draft eligible, you're going to get the 3rd best player. It's, honestly, to me, it's like when the Rangers got 2, I wouldn't even have minded them getting 5th or 6th. It's just, For Detroit and their fans, one first overall pick is not going to change their team. Sully41, thank you for the $1.99. Happier Panarin Day. But back to the draft lottery. It's not the worst thing if you don't get first overall. Ottawa, they have 3rd and 5th, I think. And that's not bad either. It's honestly, it's what your scouts and what your management does. It's what they do with the information that you have the 4th overall pick. Go out and get the 4th best player that you think, in your opinion, and try to build a team around it. You're not... Look at Edmonton. Look how long it took Edmonton. I'm telling you right now, if Edmonton didn't win lottery and get first overall from McDavid, it's 2020, so it might be different. But 3 years ago, they were still going to be a bad team. They could have drafted Eichel. I mean, look at Eichel in Buffalo. One first overall pick is not changing your team. I'm sorry, but it's not. You have to build through the draft. Look at the Rangers. They traded up for Lias Anderson. I know that was a hit, but I mean, look what they did. They went and now I can't even speak. They went out and got the authority to be able to go and get that pick, and then they drafted Hedl, 20-something. The following season, it was Kravtsov. They traded up to get Miller. They got the Lundqvist draft there. I'm telling you, you build through the draft. It's not one first overall pick. My hair's been the longest in years. I need a cut, says Amazing Swag. Not gonna lie, it sucks. Baseball and hockey are gonna overlap. Yeah, I mean, we were gonna expect this anyway. But hopefully it's not important baseball overlapping important hockey. You know, like, I hope it's not playoffs, but we'll see. 2020 is a bad year, yeah. When my hair dries after I shower, it looks like Panarin's. What's up, Adam? I still think we trade Strome this offseason. Would love Krug to pair with Trouba, but that won't happen. Would rather the Rangers lose in the semis or get first overall. I'd rather go try to get them to win a cup. Even if they lose in the second round, they beat Carolina, they play whoever, they play Washington, they lose. You're giving all these young kids a little bit of playoff experience. And in my opinion, I think that's better than, let's just say, the first overall pick. Because I go back to my example, you're not going to be an amazing team with just the first overall pick. You have to build through the draft, in my opinion. So, I mean, yeah, go win the cup. Try to win it. Because you're going to get Toronto or Carolina's first pick, too. You have 2 first-round picks. Like, you're very good if you're in the Rangers' position right now. Good question, though, Sports Hub. Good question. I like that. I heard Detroit was going to draft Stützle at 1, so Detroit fans can't be that mad. Oh, well, why would they do that? I'm pretty sure Byfield or Lafreniere will go before him. I honestly have no idea what Stützle does. I don't even... It's Tim Stützle, right? Yeah, Tim Stützle. Stützle? German? I mean, yeah, he could be in the next Draisaitl, but I don't even know what position he plays. Is he forward? Right wing? Never know. Ottawa is good for the draft, absolutely. We're talking hockey, Jay. We're talking hockey. Nisa said, I don't think starting the playoffs in late July is a bad idea. They should have just not awarded the cup this year and just continued with the season, off-season in the summer as usual. Yeah. And to start the season on time in September, October. Yeah, they could have done it either way, but management and apparently only 2 general managers and management said no. And that was Tampa and Carolina. So it looks like majority of the players and management want the season to continue to award a championship, champion. Think about it too with the draft. If Lafreniere isn't a bust and the Rangers get him, he wants a big payday, which can screw over the cap in the future. The Rangers are gonna have a cap problem in a few years, no matter what. With Shesterkin coming off, then Fox, they're all gonna want a lot of money. So, and I mean, if you really want to think about it in the long term, if Keandre Miller comes up and beasts out next season, if he comes out next season, then you have to pay him in 3 years too. And what about Kakko? Second overall pick, hopefully he'll have a better season, which I think he will next season, and there you go. Build around your core players with assets. And you also got to think about Zibanejad, guys. Zibanejad's contract ends in a couple seasons. I'm excited to watch Igor in the future. Me too, Kuhn. Ignore that. I meant good idea. Oh, so I don't think starting the playoffs in July is a bad idea. It's a good idea. No, yeah, I know what you mean, Nisa. I know what you mean. Yeah, they could have won either way. They could have won either way, but a lot of management wanted to continue it. Do you think the Rangers can win the Stanley Cup and still get the first overall, or lose the qualifying round and have a chance to win the first overall? The only way that they would get first overall is if they lose the qualifying round, because Carolina and Toronto's the draft pick with the Brady Shea trade. It's protected in a few spots, so we're not going to be able to get the first overall if that's the case. Vexity, what's going on? Plus, Tony D, Shesterkin, and Georgiev are going to want paydays too. Exactly. What's up, Andrew? Coming from a Mets fan, Yankees got cheap shot last year. Yeah, I think they did too. Rangers don't need picks in trades. They need players. Yeah, well, I mean, you could build through the draft, but I mean, I think the Rangers are past the point of building through the draft, and I think having these 2 first-round picks this year are going to be key picks to possibly be traded, in my opinion. But we don't know yet. We just don't know. We don't know where they're drafting. We don't know anything. Do you think the Yankees cheated? Probably. I mean, there's no evidence. I don't know what that article said. That was a while ago, but I don't know. They could have. They might have. Some are saying that we were supposed to buy out Hank this offseason, but I'd much rather get rid of Tony D or Georgie. I think, if anything, they would get rid of... they're not going to be able to get rid of Georgiev, in my opinion. I'm sorry, they're not going to be able to get rid of Lundqvist by a trade. They're going to have to buy him out, which I don't know if they're going to even be able to do that. They're just in such tight money for this season. After this season, they're going to have so much money. Hankey's at 9. He's going to be off the books. Stalzy's at 6. He's going to be off the books. And Brendan Smith. You're going to have around $20 million in cap next off season. So a year from today, they're going to have $20 million with guys coming off the books gone. So... Shesterkin and Lundqvist is a much better 1-2 punch. Stotzel's a top 2 pick in my eyes, gained 15 pounds of muscle. Alright, Jake, alright. Hope the Pens don't get number 1. Why, you guys think the Penguins are going to lose in the playing round? I don't know. Al. What up, brides? I'm not playing Valorant, just so you know. Watching hockey and not worrying about any schoolwork, tell me I'm dreaming. There you go. My favorite creator is back, so happy to see you're well excited for the future of hockey. What's up, Jen? How are you? Yeah, I'm very excited. I disagree this is Hank's last season. If not second last season, we should keep Gorgie for now. Let Wall develop. I mean, honestly, it's a tough situation with the 3-headed monster, but we'll see. My Igor collection is coming along. It is. I see the Insta. Would you rather keep Strome or D'Angelo? Actually, me and Al, we've had this conversation, me and Alan. We had it in the car the other day. I think I said I'd rather keep Strome just because of the plethora of defensemen that we got. Even though I love D'Angelo, I love the way the guy plays. What he's going to probably ask for, they're not going to be able to afford. And you might as well keep Panarin with Strome. Like, they absolutely dominated. Unless Hedl can make that next step, which we have seen him progress each season. And maybe even be able to play with Panarin. But in my opinion, Strome is already developed. I think he should be playing with Panarin. Unless he plays with Zibanejad, Panarin. But I love that first line of Kreider, Buchnevich, Zibanejad. So, honestly, you don't know. We might even see some different lines in the play-in round. You never know. I think Stahl is at 4.2. What did I say? No, yeah, 6 years, 4.2. You're right, NHL. I always get the 6 messed up because I know he signed for 6 years when he signed the extension. Rangers need young forwards, absolutely. I'm hoping we can get our hands on Holtz or Quinn. Those two look like legit goal scorers. Same with Jarvis, so we need to beat the Canes and we need Toronto to lose. Yeah, that's going to be probably our best scenario. And then, obviously the Rangers will have their first round pick too. Saul is 4 point. Yeah, Saul's under 5, yeah. What's up, Matt? How are you? Sheshi and Gorgie will be the better tandem. Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but it's going to be hard to move Hank. Even with a buyout. Like, a buyout's not easy. It's going to be a lot of money. We also have to pay Shat and Kirk $6 million for next year from the buyout. Absolutely, Johnny. Absolutely. 100% right. That's why you don't want to buy Hank out, because you're going to have to owe him a lot. Not this season, the next season. And with the age and, yeah, how long he had left. He only has 1 year left. He only has 1 year. Only 1 year. It's not going to be a big deal if we keep him. Because you're going to be able to keep the 3 goalies. Like, with the money-wise. Unless you do, like, I don't know what Georgiev's going to ask for. But in my opinion, I think you could still roll with 3 goalies. I want the Pens to beat the Habs because the Pens usually do good versus the Flyers, and if the Rangers get past the Canes, Caps, etc., and run into Philly, that's going to be a problem. Besides the Rangers, I think Philadelphia has the best chance of winning the Cup. I mean, obviously, I'm saying the Rangers just because I'm biased right there, but I think Philadelphia, the way they just turned into another monster the second. Like, they were a good team in the first half. But then once that second half hit, Hayes started playing well. Carter Hart became one of the best goaltenders in the league, in my opinion. The defense is playing defense for the first time for Philadelphia in a while. I mean, I think Philadelphia has a very good shot at winning the Stanley Cup. And you got a lot of veterans on that team who have already been there. You know, you got Giroux. Voracek was on that team. Hayes has been to an Eastern Conference final. JVR. Nah, JVR hasn't been that deep. But you get what I'm saying. They have a lot of good veterans on that team who could possibly carry them. And Alain Vigneault, who's been to multiple Stanley Cup finals. So, and that coaching staff is sick. I think Claude Julien's on the coaching staff, Mike Yao, and Alain Vigneault. I think those are the three coaches. So they've all been to the finals. I think Mike Yao has. No, he hasn't. Just Vigneault and Michel Therrien. The thing with Hank is that if he continues to play and he gets hurt, he's going to be done because of his age. He's played for so long, it's harder to come back quicker from injury. Well, in my opinion, Hank really got toyed around with this season. It's very hard to go from playing every game like you did last season. I mean, him and Georgiev split, but I mean, he was probably expecting that. But this season with Shesterkin coming in, it had to have been hard for him to prep for every game, be the third goalie in the practice. It's tough, and that's probably why he showed some signs of wearing down and fatigue, because he's never been used to this. You know, so maybe next year he'll come in a little more prepared of his situation and where he wants to be. So, yeah, we're going to have to sign Zibanejad soon. Yeah, a couple seasons. Rangers got to get rid of Trouba. I think you'll ride out right now. You gave him a big contract. Buying a Hank out is difficult. He only has 1 year left, and the Rangers have to pay Girardi, Richards, and Shattenkirk. Yes, also the Rangers can get a lot for Georgiev. Yeah, I mean, they were looking to trade him, but then once Shesterkin got in that car accident, which sucks for every reason, I mean, it's very hard to trade that goalie right there. Colorado, Philly, and Tampa Bay are your top three, Jacob? I like Colorado. I think you still got to be. I think you still have to be concerned about the Blues too. They're a great team this season. I think Blues have a chance to go back to back. The Rangers lost in the finals with AV, so it could be a repeat with the Flyers make it. Well, Alain Vigneault been to two finals. One with Vancouver in 2010 against the Boston Bruins, and then obviously in 2014 against the Los Angeles Kings with the Rangers. He's 0 for 2. So maybe the third time's a charm. I think Tony D makes more sense because Smith is trash. Rather have him and Miller in the lineup. Trade Strome, realistically, he's a 30-point guy on any other team. He just has Panarin. I get the chemistry, but I don't know. Well, if you think about it, I know the Rangers have a plethora of defensemen. But if you do get rid of D'Angelo, you're going to have to hope and pray that Keandre Miller steps in and produces at an NHL level. He hasn't even played an AHL game yet. I don't think he has anyway. But Smith could play forward. Levi, thanks for the 279, baby. You're the beast. What's up? Anyway, yeah, you're gonna have to hope Keandre Miller comes up and steps in, but you also have Brendan Smith. I know I'm telling you, this season was the best season I've seen him as a complete whole as a New York Ranger. He was able to step in and play forward, and then when he was told to play defense on the penalty kill, he did a really good job. So I think you should just keep Smith too. Like, next season doesn't need to be a win or bust season. This team is on a come-up. You don't need to rush anything. Let those contracts expire. Get who you can get in free agency while you have money. It's fine. I think they're in a perfect spot, and they don't need to rush buying anybody out or trading away like a guy like even Ryan Strome. You might not even be able to trade him because he will be a free agent. I think he's an RFA. But it's still, I mean, you don't need to rush getting rid of him. Do you think the Rangers will confirm Hank will be a starting goalie next season? No. I think they'll be doing the same thing like David Quinn. They'll be like, yeah, we'll roll with the best goalie possible. Who starts in the offs, though? I think Igor's clearly the guy. I think he's clearly the guy, too, Python. Colorado is good. McKinnon is fun to watch. I think Nathan McKinnon is one of the best players in the league. Best players in the league, Nathan McKinnon. I love him. Rangers should trade a 21 second rounder and Georgiev to the Sharks for forward Kevin Labanc. Labanc had a trash season this year. He was terrible. And he's an idiot because he dug himself a hole by signing that team-friendly deal for Doug Wilson. You know, the general manager of the Sharks. Like, he had 33 points this season. Like, come on. That's a 1 million. He got paid, yeah, it was 1-1, I believe. Like, that's terrible. Terrible. Last year, he had, where is it? 56 points. 17 goals and 39 assists. Like, alright, yeah. San Jose was bad, and they were riddled with injuries. But I don't think the Rangers trading for Labanc is a good idea. Even though I think they should go out and get him in free agency. But if they want a deal, I don't know if that'll get done by San Jose for Georgiev. I like it though. I like it. You just gotta hope Labanc has a season like he did last year, not this year. It's tough. What's up, Levi? How are you? The Jets are more likely going to be screwed after next year. They are more likely losing Line A after his contract ends. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams who are in a bad crunch right now. Who do you think will win the Hart? Probably Draisaitl. I mean, I don't want it to be, but it'll probably be Leon Draisaitl. Plus, Buff is probably not coming back, so not D won't be good either for the Jets. They had a pretty good season this year, though, Winnipeg. Nick Smith's best season was his first year because Bookaboo was actually a good coach defensively. Jersey wants rough. Let's get him across the Hudson. What's up, Jaden? How are you? I feel Sheshy will be a Calder Trophy finalist next year with 40 wins. I mean, yeah, I think he'll still be considered a rookie. I think that's... Yeah, he didn't even play that much. He played... What do you have, 13 starts? Yeah, he'll be considered a rookie. He probably will be a Calder nominee. No doubt in my mind. So annoying the cap isn't going to go for a while. Yeah, probably the next 2 seasons. And that's why, you know, you really don't want to mess around with your money. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for every team. It's a business, and that's why you have to try to make... Yeah, it's 12 starts. Right, I was off by a start. But that's why it's a business, guys. That's why it's like you get the best people who you think... You get the best people who you think can actually run a team and manage money well. And that's what you gotta try to do. Does Kravtsov play him in the offs? No, I don't think so. Is it sad I went to both games Chesty lost? I think you're... I might be bad. That might be really bad. It isn't going up for 3 years. Yeah. We paid Trouba too much. I think you gotta wait for Trouba. And wait until... he's young. Like, he's 20... What is Trouba? 27? 26? 26. Yeah. I mean... You gotta wait. You played in Winnipeg in the same-ish system for, you know, your whole career. It's really hard to transition. And Shea did not help him at all. Shea was terrible next to him. I'm telling you, after Brady Shea was traded, Trouba started looked better. In a couple years, we're gonna be saying we're not paying Trouba enough. I promise. How you doing, man? What's up, Brandon? How are you? I'm alright. How are you? I feel people don't talk about D'Angelo enough. He's 4th in scoring defenseman. He's Tony DeAngelo is the best offensive defenseman that we've had from this season. He's had more points. This is the most points by a defenseman since Brian Leetch in 01 for a defenseman. So if the Rangers want to keep him, they should keep him. It won't be hard to... He said on his podcast that he wants to stay in New York. He wants to stay. So, I'm pretty sure he said that. I mean, the CBA will be working on an extension for the Olympics in 22 and 26. Is it finalized that the hub cities are Toronto and Edmonton? I'm not saying anything about the hub cities because last week it was Vegas and LA. You know, like the week before that was, I think Minnesota was still a candidate. Like, they're bouncing around so many hub city, like, options, and then, like, you hear stuff. Just relax and let's just hear it for confirmation. I do, hopefully, by now, think that they have to decide. So it probably will be the Toronto and Edmonton, but you never know. Have you ever been to any Rangers playoff games? Brandon. I went to the game. It was 2008. Rangers Penguins second round. Game 5. Rangers win. Game 4, Rangers win. They were about to get swept until I went. Only playoff game I've ever been to. All I know for hub cities is that Phoenix had knocked off of the list. Probably. People need to slow down with Trouba. Like you said, he's young and he's time people so quick because Pionk has more points, but Pionk doesn't play as well defensively. I'm telling you right now, if I'm going into the Stanley Cup Finals, I'd rather have Jacob Trouba on my back end than Neil Pionk every day. Every day. The way that Trouba plays defensively, not even defensively, he plays more physically. Plays more physical than Pionk all day. I'd rather have Trouba. The Rangers should bring back Liberty jersey. I don't know why everybody hates them. Everybody hates them. Like, you go on Twitter or, like, you ask, like, your Ranger friends, and it's, like, your Ranger fan friends, they don't like them. They hate them. And I don't know why. I think they're the nicest jerseys, and I do think they should bring them back. I don't know how Toronto's the front runners. They carry the highest cases per day. See, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm not really jumping the gun on, like, deciding which city should be the... Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to play or not play, you know? Like, it's different. I guess it's different to each fan, but I'd rather just, you know, pick a city that's going to be safe for everybody. Let's get back playing hockey. Pionk also didn't work with Ruff, which I'm telling you, we're going to get rid of him and bring Dan Girardi in as a D coach. That would be pretty cool. I hope the Rangers go after Eichel. Jaden, I don't want to say it's a possibility, but me and Alan were talking. Oh, that was a crack. I don't want to say it's a possibility, but me and Alan were talking the other day, saying that if the Rangers were to get the first overall pick, you package that pick with, like, you could handpick any young player on your roster. Except for, obviously, probably Kakko, Miller, Kravtsov. Any young defenseman, skill-wise, or even, like, another forward. How do you say no if you're Buffalo, especially if Eichel wants out? It's a scenario. But, like, it's probably not going to happen, but you never know. People who don't like the Liberty jerseys are people who became fans this year. I like that. Eichel seems too much. Yeah, I think he's a little too much, too. I think he is, but great player. Great player. That's why you don't give him the C. You don't even give him a letter. You let him score your, 35, 85, 90 points. 35 goals, 90 points. You let him do that quietly with maybe even Panarin. And, you just don't give him a responsibility in the locker room like that. Rangers must bring back Greg McKegg for next year. I think Kegger's played really good this year. Great penalty killer. How do you like John Tortorella? Brandon, I love Torts. I love him. My whole family loves him. He's a coach that you kind of don't see anymore. They're starting to slowly fade away. Like, David Quinn doesn't do anything like Tortorella did. Tortorella is very emotional. He's a very emotional coach, and he wants to win. He wants to protect his players, and he just wants the game of hockey to be played, the way it's always been. And when he doesn't see it that way, that's when he gets upset. So, like, for example, when the Rangers had the line brawl with Jersey, he was upset that I forgot the coach at the time for Jersey. Oh man, I know too. Was it? No, it wasn't John Hines. Who was before him? McClellan? Tom McClellan? No, it wasn't McClellan. What's his name? Peter DeBoer. I'm pretty sure it was Peter DeBoer. He got very mad at DeBoer for throwing out his fourth line, and it was all hockey stuff and whatever. And I really respect that from a coach, especially by Tortorella. Always stuck up for his players, always stuck up for his team, and that's a coach you want. That's a coach you want backing you up. You take orders from him. I just hope he doesn't go to Boston. Who? McKay? Laugh is supposed to be better than Eichel. Who knows? He could become Yakupov. Yeah, every draft pick is a chance. No one knows how their game's going to transit to the NHL. It's all predictions. How do you feel about Ruff potentially going to the Devils? I think Ruff is a better head coach and defensive coach. Track record, obviously. But, Jersey needs a coach bad. They need a coach bad. DeBoer, right? Yeah. They need a coach bad, Jersey. So, honestly, anybody couldn't be as worse as John Hines, in my opinion. I think Hines is a terrible coach, and I cannot believe he's with Nashville. I can't believe Peter Laviolette still doesn't have a job. How does a team not fire the coach for Peter Laviolette? Laviolette's an animal. I think he's one of the best coaches. I think he's the most underrated coach in the NHL. Peter Laviolette. I don't know. He's got a cup. He has a cup. He's been to 2 finals, 3 finals with Philly and then Nashville. I don't know how Nashville got rid of him. I don't know. It's like they had one bad year and it's Laviolette's fault. I don't know. Whichever team gets Peter Laviolette, watch out. Watch out. Especially if it's a team that already was doing pretty good this year. Watch out. David Quinn should win the Jack Adams. I think Laviolette. I think Vigneault has a better shot at winning it. Honestly, it could be David Quinn. Just trying to think. I guess. Yeah. I like him. I like Quinn. I love Quinn as a coach. Either him or Vigneault should win it. Di Giuseppe was low-key good. Would love to see him in the playoffs. Yeah, I'd probably see him in the playoffs. Brian Leach for D coach? I doubt it, but I could see Girardi over Leach. It was Pete DeBoer, yeah. What up, Anthony? How are you? What's going on? Goat. For the Jack Adams, that's a good point, Python. I think Columbus, everyone was expecting them to fall off a cliff since Bobrovsky, Duchesne, Panarin, Dzingel, they all left. I love Tortorella. I do. He's a great coach. So Keith Jones, 1920 Jack Adams Awards favorites. Dave Tippett, Edmonton. Alain Vigneault, and John Tortorella. Columbus and Philadelphia. I'm taking Vigneault. Or Torts. Tippett, it's weird. I don't like Edmonton, now that I think about it. I just don't like Edmonton. I don't know why. I just never like picked them for anything. That's the one fan side of me. It's like you could tell I'm like very against Edmonton, but McDavid is insane. You know, like I don't know. It's just weird. What up, Dan? How are you? What's going on? Who do you think the Rangers would get if they packaged Shesty, Miller, and Kakko? That's an impossible trade. They would never do that, but they would have to get, like, a goalie who's in his prime, or about to be in his prime. So, Carter Hart. They would never do that. That's, like, too big of a trade for me to even comprehend. I like the creativity, though, Jaden. Python. Bring Klein in for the defense so he can hear me. I'll cry Dizzle when he scores. I was actually talking, I think it was Alan again the other day, that he's in Germany still playing, I'm pretty sure. Like, he retired from the NHL. But he still might be playing in Germany, or he was playing in Germany. Yeah, 18-19 he played for Zurich SC. Yeah, in the Swiss A. There you go. He's still 35. I mean, he doesn't want to play in the NHL anymore, though, which, it sucks. He was a great player, too. I loved Kevin Klein. Me and my boy Nick, he's in some of the videos, too, Nick. I always thought he looked like Kevin Klein, and I still think he kind of does. And I don't see it, but people call me, like, him, Alan, like, they think I'm Derek Stepan. They think I look like Derek Stepan. But honestly, I don't see that at all. Hey, Sabs, what do you think of Henrik's future is now, or what it could be? I think Hank, if he wants, will do what the coaches tell him to do. And now I think he's more prepared. I think he's more prepared to be thrown into the situation where he knows he might not be the starter. Dan Elson, watching from the front office. Nah, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get rid of him. They're not going to be able to buy him out in China right now. How do you think the lockdown will affect Seattle team? It's going to affect them bad. You do not look like Stepan. I agree, Python. Yeah, but Seattle might get screwed. I doubt they'll push them for another year, but I think it's going to hurt them a lot. Like, when Seattle... So, when are they supposed to come into, Seattle? 22? 22-23 season? Yeah, play his first season 21-22. So this season's 2021 after this playoffs. 2021. Well, I don't know if they might push him a year back, in my opinion. Could that even be possible? And if Nick is who I think he is, and yeah, he does look like Klein. He was the one with you for the first Rangers Honor game, right? Yeah, that is Nick. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely looks like Klein. I don't think I look like Stepan. Honestly, if I were to pick one NHL player who I look like, I can't even think of one. Like, I've never looked at one and been like, wow, I kind of look like him at all. Which is weird. Thoughts on Adam Pelech? He's a good defenseman. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on him. I don't watch the Islanders every night, but I think he's a good defenseman. Better than Adam Fox? Absolutely not. Adam Fox is going to... Him, Quinn Hughes... and Kel McCarr are going to absolutely tear the NHL defense core in the next 4 years. And they're all... No. Kel McCarr's Canadian. Right? He just played college, right? I'm pretty sure Kel McCarr's Canadian. But, I mean, Quinn Hughes and Adam Fox, American defensemen. So, if there ever is an Olympics again with NHL players in it, bank on it every 4 years for the next 20 that... Quinn Hughes and Adam Fox will be defense partners. I'll mark my words. They will be defense partners for Team USA. He is elite. I don't know about elite. What the hell did this guy even do last season? $25 years old. He had 61 points this year. Oh, no. He had 9 points this year. What? He played 38 games, had a goal and 8 assists. Plus minus was 4. I don't see that. Is he more of a defensive defenseman? I'm guessing. I honestly, I remember him playing, but I think Ryan Pulock's better than this guy. The way Pulock plays. You know who I think's like not that good? Scott Mayfield, in my opinion, for the Isles. I'd rather watch Pulock all day. So here it is, Achilles. Okay, that makes sense. The Islanders are gonna have trouble. We're gonna have a lot of trouble. Where are they playing? Where are they playing? Next season's gonna be tough for the Isles. Isles fans thinks he's elite. Oh, you're joking? Yeah, I mean, I don't see that at all. Like I said, I think Pulock's better than the guy. Did you know that the Rangers owner could save the Islanders from having an over arena? It would be hilarious if it happens. Yeah, I was talking to Matt, and like, it's like tough for me and him to have a conversation because like we just get frustrated. I think Pulock's better than Pelech. I'd rather have Pulock than Pelech. Again, I don't watch Pelech. Like, he didn't play this season. He only played 38 games this season. But like with Pulock's like skill with his stick, I think he's better than Pelech. You know, I don't know. I've definitely watched more of Pulock. Like, I've definitely watched more of Pulock than Pelech. Did they even draft him? Yeah, 2012 third round. Yeah, no, I'd rather watch Pulock. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, so like I said, Matt and I always try to we're trying to have a conversation about the Islanders arena. We just like have no idea what's gonna go on at all. Pulock and Barzal are my favorites on the Islanders. If you're a Ranger fan and you don't like Barzal, it's strictly because he's an Islander. If he was on any other team, you'd like him. I like him. I was happy he won the skating competition again because it was against McDavid. Don't know why, but I just don't like the Oilers. I was happy. It was yeah, what was it? It was Kreider 2, or no, it was Barzal 1. Eichel 2, McDavid 3, Kreider 4. So I'm fine with that. I think I tweeted out the night of the skills competition. I said like New York all the way. I thought it was pretty funny. If the Owls lose Barzal, that would be funny. I mean, they're gonna have to do a lot of stuff to be able to keep their defense core too. Owls need someone to buy the Nassau Coliseum. And Dolan can be someone who can do it, is what I've heard. Absolutely. Like, you just gotta... I don't know why. They're gonna have to throw a lot of money at the Barclays Center. Because they have to play somewhere. Like, where are they gonna play? You know? That's, like, one of the big things that an NHL... Like, even out... I'm guessing it's in every sport where the team needs a place to play. Like, Seattle wasn't allowed to do anything 3 years ago because they... Oh, no. Yeah, I think 3 years ago they started the construction. Maybe 3 years ago. Or they put in a bid for the Seattle arena. They needed an arena first before they could place a bid on the actual team. You know? So, they needed an arena. No matter where it is. If it's on Long Island, if it's in Brooklyn, like, they need an arena. Because Belmont's not going to be done by whenever the season starts back up again. Next season, you know? Miko winning the Richard next year? Could have won it this year, in my opinion. Too bad he didn't get hurt and the season got shortened. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Belmont Arena ain't built yet and delayed due to lockdown. They got kicked out of Barclays, and Nassau isn't owned by anybody. My friend actually works at Nassau. He works at the Coliseum. And full-time, so he's out of a job now, too. It's crazy. Alright. I think that's going to be it from me. Like I said, next week will be a Ranger recap of the season video. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow night, not sure what I'm doing yet. Maybe I'll stream. Maybe. But yeah. I think we're in full go mode now that July 1st hit. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed it. You're obviously subscribed. You guys are the best. I love you all. And I'll see you guys later.